Now guys, I want to speak about speaking in tongues, something that everyone is coming out to attack and not giving us direction. And I want to say that when we speak about speaking in tongues, we have two levels of tongues. We have the tongues of men and tongues of angels. And we speak about tongues of men. This is where all languages come in, the Lulu, the Kikuyu, the Muslim, and all kinds of tongues. But when we speak about the tongues of angels, these are tongues that you cannot understand. And this one you can find it in 1 Corinthians 13 from verse 1, where Paul says that if I speak to the tongues of men and tongues of angels, but I don't have love. So you understand that there are two levels of tongues. And then when we speak about speaking in tongues, there are some reasons why someone speaks in tongues. Number one, you can speaking in tongues when God wants to manifest His glory through you. When you go to a certain community, you want to pray, and this one can maybe happen especially for the evangelist. You go to a certain community, you want to preach, but they cannot give you attention. So God may tend to use you. So you start speaking their language, yet you don't know their language. So you don't know that you're speaking their language. You're just speaking in tongues, but they are understanding. So this one needs no interpretation. That's the first reason. Number two, you can speak in tongues when God wants to communicate to the church. So the first reason, it is for non-believers. But the second one, when you speak about God wanting to communicate something to the church, this one is for the believers. When I will be preaching, when I'm giving a speech, then God wants to communicate something, I can speak in tongues. And this is what Paul is emphasizing that you should not do if there is no one to interpret. When you read in 1 Corinthians chapter 14 onwards, you realize that Paul says that if there is no one to interpret the tongues, you should not speak in tongues because it is not benefiting the church. So this one, I have basically seen one person speaking in these tongues, John C.W. There is a time that he used this kind of tongues to address the church, and he said that I'm going to speak in tongues. So those who are in the spirit, they are going to understand. So that means if you are not in the spirit, you're not going to understand. And when you speak these tongues, either someone can interpret these tongues. When you read 1 Corinthians 12, verse 10, you understand that there's a place that Paul says that there is one who has been given a gift to speak in many tongues and another one to interpret the tongues. So you can speak in tongues, someone interprets, or you can pray to God. When you read 1 Corinthians 14, you understand somewhere that Paul says that if you are going to speak in tongues, you can pray to God that He can give you understanding and give you interpretation. Understand one thing, it is not translation, it is interpretation. So when someone speaks in tongues, you bring out the